I can't wait to eat a piece of pie made of chocolate and sprinkles, covered in peas, covered in cheese, covered in ants all over my teeth.
What's going on, people? This is Zillain, back with another ass video, boy. Nah, it's been a while. How y'all been? I've been good. Could have been better, but whatever. So, yeah, I'm getting back into this game. I've been enjoying the absolute shit out of it for some reason, and I kind of just wanted to make a video on it and sort of just, I don't know, go over the basics and talk about the do's and don'ts a little bit, because this game, it's so easy to fuck up and, you know, spend all your resources on bullshit. It doesn't really have a proper guide within the game, so I'm just gonna kind of walk through a couple things just to do it, you know. What's this dude look like? Nah, it's an ugly Superman. Anyway, oh shit, hold up. Oh, that's a nice Black Widow, bro. See, that's why I like this game. Look at that shit. That's awesome. That's sick. Okay, continuing. So, okay. Not just the basics, I guess. This isn't like a tutorial video. It's sort of just like I guess, like, should you play this shit or not? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your money? All that. So I'm gonna go over that a little bit, because trust me, I've spent money on this game here and there, and it's like, some things are worth it, some things are fucking not. So let's just kind of go through what is and what isn't, and my recommendations as somebody who's actually playing the game actively. Okay, so these are my characters. This is my sorcery character. Here's my tank right here. It's a Red Lantern, of course. Yeah, I haven't gotten him very high up, like level wise. Another DPS is munitions. Really fun to play. I made Miss Piggy, of course. Why not? And yeah, I like her a lot. She's fun. This is my light / Green Lantern character that I'm, you know, cosplaying Batman, I guess, with. 432 combat rating, got him pretty high. This one I've been working on for a while. Quantum, he used to be tech, but he's really fun. That's gonna be a precision loadout. And last but not least, Crowpool, Deadpool dressing as the Crow, and he's an electricity healer. So yeah, as you can see, I got all the classes. Bro. And I think this is honestly what you should do. I think you have enough character slots. Like, you really don't need anything else besides, honestly, you really only need 4 or 5, but 6 is plenty. So I guess a quick rundown of how the classes work. Basically, every power that you choose could be a DPS. You can always make a DPS loadout with each power. I think that's one of the best things about this game, is that you're not really limited to your role. But the roles are controller, which they debuff and restore power to your team so they can use their powers in order to make the game go faster. Very important class. You got your healers, which are, you know, obvious to keep the team alive. You got your tanks, which they soak up the damage, they aggro all the attention, and they can take a big punishment, so they're very necessary for raids and you know, bigger, you know, things in general. Also, quick side note, this game's outdated as shit and it looks pretty bad sometimes, but I don't know, it's still pretty beautiful sometimes. Like, be honest, that shot of Gotham looked nice. Okay, continuing. So then you got your DPS classes, which honestly, there are 2 types of DPS. You can go precision based, which is more of like your base weaponry, like your hand blast, your your dual wield, anything like that, anything you're physically hitting shit with. That is you know, that's precision based right there. And then you got your might, which is based on your powers and your loadout tree right there. You see at the bottom of the screen, that's all your powers. That's all my powers right there. Okay, fuck. And then yeah, I'm a might DPS for the sorcery class. I just got him to level 30, and yeah, he's already tier 2. He's really fun. I always wanted to do a pet, like a summoner type of fucking loadout, and I'm finally doing that, and it's really fun. It's really cool, and I can't wait to get him to tier 6 and, you know, get him decked out and shit, because so far he's been great. And look, obviously I'm not exactly well versed in all this shit. I'm probably not the best person to go over like statistics and tutorials, all that bullshit. So if you hear anything I say, hear this. Before you spend a dime on this game, please get at least one character to tier 2. I think that's, at that point, you'll know whether or not it's worth playing, whether or not you're going to be playing it for a long time or not, because getting to level 30 in this game is basically a chore. It is a big fucking chore. It sucks. It's so tedious for some reason. It takes hours, even though it really doesn't have to. I think they just do that because they know the game's old, and well, they just do that because that's how it always was. But in my opinion, it's just a way to get people to spend money to advance their character, because you can do that. You can just like pay to upgrade your character to level 25 real quick. So, you know, you gotta spend like an hour getting to level 30 real quick. It's not so bad. So, but yeah, don't do that. Get to level 30 on your own and get to tier 2. And I think that's a great determining factor on whether or not you should spend money and whether or not you should continue to play the game. Because it's definitely worth trying, because let's be honest, creating characters, customization and shit is fucking fun. That's one of the reasons I'm into Tekken 8 so much right now. You know, it's just every character feels like my own, even though it's a culmination of a bunch of other shit. It just feels like my own. That's my favorite factor in this game, and that's why I continue to play it after so many fucking years. I'm not gonna lie though, this is one of those games where if every time someone who has never played it like catches me playing it, they're like, yeah, what the fuck is that? Because it looks like a mobile game at this point, and it sort of runs like one as well. I'm playing on a PS5 Slim, and it can be choppy at times, even though I really have no problems, so to speak. It doesn't crash on me or anything like that. So, but yeah. It looks like a mobile game a little bit, but it's just old, but it's the only game like this at this point. There's no other game that exists like this. I think that's one of the biggest like talking points of anybody who makes videos on DC Universe. Yeah, that's one of the main factors of why this game is still alive after all these years. Even though most people have fucking abandoned this game, it's still alive and breathing somehow, and that's definitely why. Okay, I'm gonna kind of cut off the yapping here. It's sort of like, really all I got to say about it is sort of just like, take your time with it, have fun, and you know, it's an old game. They kind of treat it like an old hooker that they want to like, they want to keep pumping out checks even though she's used up, you know what I mean? She's still worth something. So yeah, like it's sort of it's a money grab, like it really is. But at the same time, the free content within it is good. There's enough for you to have fun with it. There's enough for you to explore a lot. You really don't need to spend money to have like cool looking characters or decent powers to play with. The base powers you get without spending a cent is fine. Right now I'm using sorcery and hand blast. That's free shit. You can do what I'm doing for free. You don't have the skimming thing like I got flight, but this is just fancy flying. I mean, it's the same shit, so I wouldn't even stress about it. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else to say. This game's fun. It's really good. It's part of my childhood. It's really nostalgic for me, and it's crazy playing it now, because when I first played it, bruh, it was so much harder to advance shit. Everything was so demanding, and you know, even if you spent money on the game, your money, like your in-game currency, would cap out at 2,000. You would need to pay it like the monthly subscription to have it like up there, and it's like, bro, I'm so happy to change that. The subscription has other things, other currencies that you can play with, and yeah, it might be worth it for some people that want to do all that, but keep it simple. It's a fun game. You don't need to spend a bunch of money to have fun with it. Yeah, anyone who knows, anyone who's played the game when it first came out knows exactly what the hell I'm talking about. The game was such a piece of work whenever it first came out. It was much worse. Like, whenever you die in this game, your gear that you have equipped, it used to break and deteriorate, and you have to spend your in-game currency to repair it. That's no longer a factor. Your gear doesn't break like that. And my god, it's so much better, because sometimes you get your ass whooped and you need to retry things over and over again. So the fact that they changed that made the game a little bit more playable, a little bit more accessible to people who are just getting into it is fantastic. It's not a perfect game, but it's still really fucking good, and I do recommend at least trying it because it is free to play. So yeah, definitely give it a try if you haven't yet. And if you have and you just checking out this video, and if I said something wrong and you have more experience playing this game, post in the comments, let me know, because I want to get better at the game myself, because I'm still actively into this. I'm probably gonna live stream it at some point as well, probably this weekend. So definitely come check that out. And yeah, I would love tips. I would love pause. I would love some help getting better at the game, because it is fun. I do enjoy the mechanics of it, even though it is a little bit outdated. It's simple. It's not a stressful game that you have to put a lot of time into in order to understand it. It's really just a good passive game that is interesting enough for you to put a little bit of thought into. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I'm definitely going to be making more DC Universe content in the future. And if you got this far and you're one of the people who watch me play Doom Eternal, I'm going to continue it. I have just been dealing with shit, and that's my excuse. That's my excuse to deal with it. And yeah, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to finish Doom Eternal, the DLC. I forgot what the fuck Ancient Gods. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to finish that shit, so definitely look out for that. And yeah, like and subscribe, all that bullshit, and have a good one. Peace, y'all.